it just wasn't something that was talked about. So yeah.
Thank you so much, Laura. That was great. So we will do the next presentation by Tegan Stewart from Mount Allison University. And the title is 1 Kilometer in My Starving Body. And just to note, this was the presentation with the content warning.
Hi, my name is Tegan, and my pronouns are she, her. I am a first-year Bachelor of Fine Arts student at Mount Allison University. I'm an interdisciplinary artist, and I love to experiment with new forms of media. When people first meet me, they generally think I'm a nice, fun, happy person, and I am. Those things are true. But there are also things that are also true, but invisible. I have anorexia, and I have struggled with it for the past 2 years. And maybe you've seen me or someone just like me running by, ponytail swinging at a fast pace, and think to yourself, wow, she's really seizing the day. What a dedicated runner. Good for her. What a great athlete. And for periods of my life, that was true. But sometimes I couldn't not go for a run. No matter how beautiful the day was, I did not notice. The beauty on the outside was not reflected inside. This is an audio clip of the ugliness that was going on inside my head. I hope that it sheds some light on living with anorexia. Tabitha, are you able to play it? Clip. Thank you.
It's just loading. 1 second.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. Can people hear the sound coming from my computer? Yes?
Not yet. There is something playing.
Can people hear that? No? Okay. One
No.
second. Just need to make sure the sound comes through to you folks.
I'm around sending people.
How about now?
Yeah.
You've lost so much weight. You look great. So toned, all toned for the summer. I feel pressure to eat whenever I'm around certain people, and every time I eat, I feel such judgment. I have the voice in my head telling me not to eat. I wore a tighter shirt and I could feel stares more than usual. I don't think I liked it. I'm definitely not following modeling accounts on Instagram. They make me feel so bad. I feel lazy, heavy, and saggy, hard and squishy. People are worried I have an eating disorder. I might be restricting a little bit. It's hard for me to admit. People are threatening to weigh me. I feel like I've already gained 10 pounds and I've done nothing. What are you doing? Are you hungry? Eat some more. Are you exercising? You're not allowed. Every time I eat, I have negative thoughts. I can't stop eating. Am I obsessive? I can't stop snacking. It's terrible. I've been weighed. You're stiletto. You look stiletto, Tegan. I was looking at you and your friends' bodies, and you're the thinnest. You're the thinnest, Tegan. I peed my pants. I barely even had to go. I lost control of my bladder. I was so embarrassed, and I was weighed again in my booty shorts. I feel so uncomfortable. I feel so uncomfortable. It makes me not want to eat with him. It makes me not want to eat with anyone. I need a chocolate bar, and people told me I was binging, but it just tasted good, and I felt so guilty. I can't puke. I was weighed again, and I catch myself checking constantly. Sometimes I go to the bathroom just to weigh myself. Just to look at myself in the mirror, look at my stomach. But I'm a skinny legend, at least so I've been told. And I've been told that my parents didn't mess up on me, but I was weighed again. And supposedly I've been told that my boobs are too small after I was weighed. And I feel like eating such a task, and I'm so self-conscious. Do people just like me for my body? I had a scary dream last night. I barely remember it now, but it ended up with me being incredibly skinny and being yelled at, and all my friends having eating disorders and dying with me. I lost my weight. It wasn't even on purpose. There's something wrong with my relationship with food. I'm constantly thinking about it. I feel trapped and like I'm under so much pressure. I stressed a crazy amount about what I ate for lunch today, and I'm still body checking a lot. You need to eat more. A family friend didn't even recognize you. A man came over to me when I was running up and down, up and down, up and down the hill and said, yes, good job. You'll lose weight this way. You need to eat more. I'm body checking a lot. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. I threw out food that I was supposed to eat. I weighed myself again. I started exercising. When I take bathroom breaks, 50 squats every time I go to the bathroom, just constantly. Why do I have to pee so often? I can always see my ribs. And now parts of my sternum and my arms are so thin. I weighed myself again. I have an illness. I'm worried I might have an eating disorder. I don't want dessert. I weighed myself. 50 squats every time I go to the bathroom. 50 donkey kicks, fire hydrants, and U kicks before bed, and 50 push-ups whenever I can. Is it bad that I have satisfaction knowing I lost weight? I feel ashamed. I'm not the perfect daughter. I'm messed up. I'm confused. I'm struggling with many, many things. I weighed myself again. I lied about eating. Chin up folds on my dog walk. I lied about eating. I made brownies but didn't have any. Did you know you burn 0.3 calories per squat? I'm scared I missed my period. I've been told that if I lose another 5 pounds, I can shave 30 seconds like my coffee time. I think about how many calories I'm consuming constantly. Comparing what I eat to other people, you look so small. I was told, you look so sad. Said my sister, you look so fit, says my teacher. Dinner was the first part I ate that day. Good job, Tegan, for exercising. Good job. I'm so tired. I'm exhausted. I exercised during class today. I had to force myself to eat that. I was told I would look so tired. I only woke up once last night instead of 5 times like usual. But I peed my pants, too. I still have chocolate from Christmas and Halloween. I'm scared of crepes. I want to live alone. I want everyone to go away. I hate this so much. I feel so crowded. I'm so sad. I'm so tired. I have a long-distance runner body. I look at myself in the mirror and I'm satisfied. I'm tired. I'm cold all the time. My heart rate is 42 beats per minute, and my temperature is always under 35. I'm so sad. I'm so tired. I'm so over this. People ask me how I am. I don't know how I am. Know what to tell you. But you should probably ask my doctor. She says I'm not well. How are you?
Thank you for listening. Like many, I developed my mental health illness at the start of the pandemic. I became extremely restrictive and obsessive over food and exercise. I needed something I could control, and I lived in fear of gaining the quarantine weight. I became a different person. All I could think about was food. There was no room for anything else in my brain. I would exercise every day, sometimes for multiple hours. I became anxious and depressed. I was unable to be a supportive friend, daughter, or sister. I lost my entire personality. All I cared about was my body and the number on the scale. I was encouraged with compliments from peers, respected adults such as coaches, teachers, family, and friends. People noticed. People were impressed by my so-called dedication. Their comments fueled me. Even after they stopped, after I passed what they deemed too far, I kept going because I knew that they were noticing my body. And I want to, I spent many months, almost a year actually, in denial of my condition. And because I watched siblings go through anorexia, and I know firsthand that it is not fun. So I decided I just didn't have it. My extreme weight loss was a total accident, and my anxiety around exercise and food, nothing out of the usual. Looking back, I had all the symptoms and more, and it is obvious in the journal I was extremely dedicated to. I journaled religiously, 1 to 4 times a day, every day, for about a year. And I still journal now, but am much less dedicated. During my fight against anorexia, I felt like nobody understood what I was going through. There was so much guilt, fear, anxiety, depression. It was horrible. I want to share my perspective on what it is like living with the illness. Weight loss is not the only symptom, nor does it have to be a symptom at all, as is in the case with atypical anorexia. I'm very aware that eating disorders appear differently person to person, but this was my experience, and my narrative bears many similarities with other people I've talked to. This audio clip was made in response to a prompt in one of my classes. We were told to bring 1 kilometer to class, so I brought 1 kilometer of me running on a treadmill from the perspective of where my head was at this time last year. All the things I say are direct quotes from my journal of thoughts I had or things that people said to me. After presenting this audio piece to my class, some people were reduced to tears. Others were sorry I went through what I did, and most could relate to thinking some of the quotes themselves. Most people have restricted their eating at some point in time in the hope of changing their body. Showing this project to people helped others and myself realize that is not something wrong with us, but something wrong with the society that tells people that only a certain type of body is acceptable. And if you do not have that body, you should do anything you can to change your own to fit what is deemed to be ideal. It also helped me realize that as a society, we place altogether too much value in how our bodies appear. It shouldn't feel as important as it does. I hope that one day we can live in a world that does not fear the freshman 15, have cheat days and unhealthy body standards and ideals. I hope that everyone here can enjoy their meals and love and respect their bodies. But if you can't, know that you're not alone in your struggle. But also please recognize that it is a struggle. You shouldn't feel like you shouldn't eat certain things or should never feel satisfied mentally or physically after a meal, or that your body is disgusting, and you can escape that disordered thinking. I promise it is so great when you do, and recovery is 100% worth it. So next time you see someone run by or want to comment on someone's body, even if it's a compliment, please think before you speak. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much. That was great. So we'll maybe just do one question, and then if you have any other more questions, we'll put it in the chat and I'll connect you with the presenter, just based on time. Laura, go ahead.
Thank you so much for sharing. That was really great. I just had a question about, like, at the end of your clip, you have like someone asked, like, how are you? And like, I have depression and anxiety as well, and I have people ask me how I am, or like, are you okay? And I like honestly don't know how to answer sometimes. Like, I feel like it just like calls attention to the fact that I'm not okay, and they know that I'm not okay.
Mm-hmm.
So like, do you have any recommendations for me for like how to answer that question? Do you be honest? Do you say good? Do you deflect? You know, what's your experience of that?
It depends on the person. I like a classic, I've been better, but I've also been worse, because often that is true. If it's someone who I'm not very close to, that's normally my go-to, I gotta say, if I don't want to like explain why I am horrible. But honestly, it's really great to be honest with people. I find with my closest friends, I am totally okay with being like, yeah, I really didn't want to eat anything today and felt like I should be exercising the entire day. And if anything, it makes them super understanding, and is shocking for a lot of people to hear such like a straight, honest answer. But it can also help them like step back and recognize that maybe they shouldn't say certain things in front of you in specific, particularly because I know a lot of people can make triggering comments. At least for my eating disorder, that was the case. Like, I don't want to hear that you haven't eaten today and it's 2 p.m. Don't want to hear that. So I think that was helpful, honestly, for our relationships, but it depends on the person.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much for that. And thank you to all the speakers. I know it ran a little bit over time, so I'm sorry about that. But yes, thank you again for presenting and attending this first session of Arts Matters Conference 2022. And our second session will be at 10:10. So I'll see you guys there if you guys would like. Thank you very much to all the presenters. That was great.
Thank you, Rose. Just before we sign off, so we'll start the second panel